Florida's home to a lot of exotic animals. If you want to see iguanas and boa constrictors, you go down to the Everglades. And if you want to see buffalo and wild horses, you go up to Payne's Prairie near Gainesville. And if you want to see the Florida rhinos, you come to Ebo City. Now, I know a lot of you just went, what, the Woostel? Rhinos in Ebo City? Yeah, you come on down to 1509 East 9th Avenue. It's right across from HCC. And you'll start to see the Florida rhinos. Place called Sim Wims. That's the zoo. And the keeper of the zoo, look, there's Chad Chronister. The keeper of the zoo is a man named Anthony Pedicini. Now, the latest rhino to join the group is a man by the name of Chris Bowles. Chris Bowles paid Sim Wims $8,000 for palm cards. You know, the little cards that they hand out that's got the information on the candidate on there? $8,000 for those. I get mine at Staples for $112. I guess I'm just frugal. I don't know. Or maybe I'm not corrupt. See, all of the money funnels back to Sim Wims. In fact, if you register your political committee here, like Josh Woostel did, the money eventually goes back to Sim Wims either way. Now, some of these candidates like Chris Bowl, Christine Miller, and Josh Woostel, they've already sold their soul. And you know what? I'm not going to give mine away just to get on the board of Hillsborough County Commission. That would be foolish. Chad Chronister got a window view because he pays hundreds of thousands of dollars to Sim Wims. You can do that when your father-in-law is the head of the DeBartolo family and they donate heavy to you. He raised $1 million and didn't have an opponent. I can't figure out what he did with the money. And he didn't donate it back to the sheriff's office because Brandon Ford just gave him $10,000, which seems like chump change compared to that $1 million that has mysteriously vanished. I'm not saying he embezzled it, and I'm not saying that he didn't put it back into his committee. All I can say is that $1 million that he raised, I can't figure out what he's done with it. And I'm normally pretty good about finding money. Is it any wonder that these two were on an airboat together riding through the streets of Tampa? I'm surprised you didn't see the head of the zoo here, Anthony Pedicini, on one of the boats. Maybe he got a private view and decided not to post his picture. Now, this guy, Anthony Pedicini, is supposed to be the best GOP consultant that money can buy. But he's got pictures, a lot of them, with Jane Castor. What makes this guy such a great political consultant for the GOP, especially when he's pro-mask, pro-inoculations, and these are the people that are going to make sure they enforce those unnecessary mandates? If I didn't know any better, I would say this is the king of the rhinos. And he's out there living large while we're working 2 shifts just to eat bologna. Something's got to stop right here. I'm almost starting to think we need to call my buddy Rico down there at the FBI, because what we got going on here seems very mafioso. And if you guys visit Sim Wims down this way, you can even see the roosters. It's a twofer. You get to see the Florida rhinos and Ebo City roosters. I'm Matt the Welder. God bless America. And I really miss Johnny Paycheck. And remember, if they give me the Jimmy Hoffa retirement, well, that's one way to cure my sciatica.